Hey guys, so I'm back for another tutorial, and this one is definitely party inspired with New Year's Eve right around the corner. Can you believe we made it all the way through 2012 and we're about to be in 2013? Yeah, focus. This look is definitely party inspired. I've seen a lot of New Year's Eve looks, party looks posted that incorporate glitter, and since I've been doing glitter looks, I didn't want to go that route. I wanted to go a little bit different, so instead I added gems just on my lower lash line to make it a little bit more festive and not your everyday run-of-the-mill party look. So hopefully you guys enjoy this tutorial. Stay tuned if you want to see how I created this look, and have a happy and safe 2013, and I'll see you then next year, because hope all being. Stay tuned for the tutorial. Bye. Okay guys, so here's an up close view of the look we're going for. It's quite involved, quite detailed, so let's get right into it. I already filled in my eyebrows, and I'm going to go ahead and clean up the shape with a bit of concealer, and for this I'm using my Pro Longwear Concealer from MAC, and this is NW35 and just a concealer brush. I'm going to go ahead and apply that concealer directly under my brow just to clean up and define the shape and make it sharp and crisp. Now for just about any eyeshadow look, I recommend going in with a primer, and for me, I'm going to use my NARS Pro Prime Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base, and this is going to help my eyeshadows blend really well and also stay put throughout the night, so there'll be no creasing and no smudging of my eyeshadow throughout wear. And for this look especially, since it's going to be New Year's Eve and it's going to be a long night, you may want to go ahead and grab a primer. Now the next thing you want to go in with is an eyeshadow base, and this is going to give your eyeshadows something to stick to and make them really vibrant and really pop. And for this I'm using my Lane Low Paint Pot from MAC, and this is a flesh tone color, so any flesh tone color will do. This is discontinued, so you definitely can't get this anymore, but Painterly or Soft Ochre works just as well if you're looking for a paint pot, or you can just use any flesh tone or even white base that you have. Now that my bases are done, I'm going to go ahead and sketch out my crease so we can get that defined crease going on. And for this I'm actually going to use a lip pencil, and this is Vino Lip Pencil from MAC, which is a deep burgundy shade. And I'm using this because I don't have an eyeliner pencil in this color, but a lip pencil will do. But just be careful because these colors can kind of irritate eyes, so use at your own risk, or use an eyeliner pencil. That's this color. So now what I'm going to do is follow the natural crease of my eye. If you can tell, there's like a natural indentation in my eyelid where my crease would be. So I'm just going to follow that line and try to match it up with the other side. And I'm just doing that lightly and feathering that pencil lightly all the way into the inner corner, kind of like that. Now after that, what you want to do is grab a detail brush, and for this I'm using my MAC 242. You can use a concealer brush or any kind of smudger brush that you have. I'm just using this brush to kind of blend out the edges of that color so it's not quite as harsh. I like this brush because it's flat and kind of really thin, so it's great for detail work. So grab any brush similar to this that you can use, or just grab any old concealer brush that should have a similar shape. So just blend out that color, go back and forth so it kind of diffuses into the crease and doesn't quite look as harsh as we had before. Now that we have that kind of diffuse faded line as our little guide, I'm going to grab my Makeup Forever number 92 eyeshadow, which is just famous all by itself. It's a gorgeous red base purple, and I'm going to use that same 242, pick the color up on the edge of the brush and apply it over that line and kind of blend upwards into the crease. So follow the line carefully, kind of fade in the color in as you get to the inner corner and just blend that color out. Now I'm just going to keep adding color, building it up and fading it out into the crease and fading it in as we get into the inner corner. Just be sure to keep that color pretty concentrated just on the crease and not going too far up on the brow bone. And you can turn the brush sideways, kind of like this. Yeah, and just go back and forth over the color, and that's going to help you to blend out the edges of that color. Now what I'm going to do also is now I'm going to create kind of a straight line to meet the lash line. So I'm bringing the color downwards to meet my lash line, so it goes up and over, so it's kind of like a sideways V. And just blend, kind of flick that color inwards so we can get a similar shape to what we have over here. Now to help with blending, I'm just going to grab my Sonia Kashuk large crease brush. This is a clean one, and I'm just going to go around the edges of the color just so it fades a little bit more. You can use a MAC 217 or any blending brush that you have. I just like to use a denser blending brush because this way I can kind of use this actually to apply color as well. So I'm going to grab that Makeup Forever number 92 on the brush and go ahead around the edges of the color. And because I'm using a fluffier brush, it's going to help to diffuse that color even more and blend it out into the crease. So go ahead and do that. Next I'm going to grab this gorgeous burgundy pigment from Inglot. This is a body pigment and it's number 121. And it's a matte burgundy shade. And I'm just going to grab that on the same Sonia Kashuk large crease brush and apply that to my crease area and blend it out. If you use too much of this color, just be sure to go back and kind of wipe it off on a clean washcloth and go back again and blend out the excess color you have. Next I'm going to grab another Inglot body pigment. This is number 253 and this is a deep dark purple and it's also matte. And what I'm going to do is apply this to the crease and do the same thing we've been doing. This look is all about a gradient and building the color, and what you want to do is go from dark to light. So this darker color is going to definitely stay concentrated right along that crease line that we created without going too far into the crease. Now this is totally optional, but I'm going to go ahead and grab my Black Tango palette from Makeup Forever, and I'm going to grab this really deep burgundy shade on my 252 flat brush, and I'm going to really define the crease with this and kind of bring it in on my outer lid area and feather it in. So if you can see, I'm really adding like a lot of depth to the outer lid area and just feathering it in. You can definitely just use the deeper burgundy color and the deeper purple and do this to create the same effect. And I'm actually going to layer those over it. But since I did it on the other eye, I'm going to do it on this one too. I'm grabbing that deep purple that we used before and I'm going to apply it over that color that we just put down and blend it inwards on the lid. Just kind of feathering it in so it kind of blends with, well, we have nothing on the lid yet, but it just blends out, kind of fades out gradually. Now we gotta go in and take care of the lid, and for this I'm gonna use my Naked pigment from MAC, which is just a nude shimmery pale champagne color. Looks like that. And I'm gonna apply that all over my lid up to my brow with a MAC 239 eyeshadow brush. I'm actually just applying that, what was I saying? No, I'm just applying that to the inner lid and kind of to the middle stain under that crease. I know I said go up in the crease, but we're not doing that. Come on now. Not after all that work we just did. So just apply that to the lid and then use your brush from before and kind of blend in the purple that we have, just so it doesn't mess up the rest of the lid color that we work the crease color that we work so hard on. Then for my highlight, I'm going to use my Bare Essentials All Over Face Color Clear Radiance, which is just a actual face highlighter, but it's great for under the brow as well. It's a light pink shimmery color. So I'm going to pick that up on my MAC 252 large paddle brush and apply that directly under my brow and then blend it down with those colors. And this is going to actually help to kind of fade the edges of those colors too from the brow bone area. Just blend those out. Remove the excess because you saw that I got too much there. Just blend that out. Just wipe off the brush and get to blending. so there will have that great gradient effect. What I'm gonna do now is just grab a cotton bud and kind of clean up the shape here. It has a little bit of makeup remover on there. I'm just creating a sharp edge to the eyeshadow look. Kind of clean it up. Then for my lower lash line, I'm gonna grab High Def Cyan pencil, chromographic pencil from MAC, and apply that to my lower waterline area for a great, actually really pretty pop of blue. Just apply that close to your lower lash line. And then I'm going to blend that out just a little bit with a D230 brush from Cosette. It's just a smudger brush, and just blend the edge of that pencil out so it doesn't look as harsh. Then I'm going to just line my lower waterline with my L'Oreal Hip gel eyeliner and my E05 liner brush from Sigma. And what you can do once you've lined your lower waterline is kind of go ahead with that smudge brush, that D230 brush from Cosette, and smudge just below your lashes, and it will give this smoky effect that the edges of that black creates. So it's a nice trick to do like a smoky effect on your lower lash line area. So I'm going to apply just a little bit of lash adhesive to the back of just anything. I'm just putting it on the back of my lash container. I'm just putting a dot there so it can kind of get tacky while I do my upper lash line liner, and we're going to use that for the gems that we're going to apply in just a second. Now for my upper lash line liner, I'm just using my Babe Cake liner from Benefit and my 263 liner brush from MAC, and I'm just going to create a really thin wing liner. Nothing too extreme, just something really simple with a slight wing to match up with the outer edge of that eyeshadow. While I wait for the glue to get tacky, I'm just going to apply my mascara to my upper and lower lashes. Now we're ready for the gems, and these are just regular nail art gems, nothing special about them. You can get them at any beauty supply store, and I'm going to use kind of clear blue ones that look kind of like that. So I'm going to grab them on a tweezer and just dip the back of them right into that glue. And once you have the glue on the back here, you're going to apply them very carefully to where you want them positioned. And I'm just going to put them on my outer lash line area. And don't worry if the glue gets a little bit all over the place, because it does dry clear. So you want to get the clear lash glue and not the dark colored one. So just go ahead and do the same to the other three. Now I applied all 4 gems, and I'm going to wait for that glue to dry. And while I do that, I'm just going to apply my lashes. These are Style Erotica from Beauty Sense, and we're going to apply these, and I'll be right back. Now for my lips, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to use 2 lipsticks of the same or similar color family, and these are from MAC. This one is Strong Woman, which is a matte deep purple, and then I'm going to use Bloomin' Lovely, which is a lighter kind of pinky purple. And the first thing I'm going to do is apply the deeper purple to the outlines of my lips, and then fill them in with the lighter purple. So there you'll have somewhat of a ombre kind of gradient lip without doing too much work. Okay guys, so here's an up close view of the eyes all done with the jewels applied and the lips. Now let's go ahead and finish up the rest of the face. For my cheeks, I'm going to go in with Azalea Blossom Ombre Blush, which is something I haven't used in a long time, but it's a beautiful gradient pink, and my Cosette S135 brush, and I'm just gonna rub that brush all over the complete gradient to get all the colors and apply that to the backs of my cheeks. And for a highlight, I'm going to use Petticoat Mineralized Skin Finish from MAC, which is a shimmery kind of golden pink. And just pop that on the tops of my cheeks with the same brush. Just kind of tap it on to give a great highlight effect. And for contour, I'm going to use my Makeup Forever Sculpting Kit number 2 and just my Sigma angled kabuki brush just to give my face a little bit of dimension. Also apply it to my hairline just to give a little bit more dimension to my face. So here you have the completed look. Definitely a statement makeup look. It's great for a night out on the town, especially with New Year's coming up. Hello, party look. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and if you want to see a complete list of products used and pictures of the final look, I'll leave a link to my blog. I also link to my Twitter account, my Facebook page, and of course my Instagram. So have a safe and happy New Year, you guys, and don't drink and drive. Talk to you soon. Bye.